My mom used to send me down there to watch them rehearse, and they would sweat, and they would sing. And after they left, I had to wipe up the sweat. But I would smell the music game, and I would feel the music game, you know.
Silhouette of a perfect frame.
I think that's the state we are right now in R&B. You need to have more writers that want to be different than everybody sounding the same. Because I think that's what we're running into right now. You don't know who this artist is because he sounds just like this artist, and this artist sounds just like this artist. So you don't have that that difference going on. So,
'Cause I don't wanna lose.
Avant ain't just another singer. He's an R&B icon with hits that stick with you. But his life off stage? That's where it gets heavy. From label issues, being compared to R. Kelly, to battling a tough illness that had the internet saying he was dying, Avant's been fighting uphill all his life. This dude survived things that would have crushed most, but he kept grinding. Behind that voice is a real story. A story of pain, struggle, and a health scare that almost took him out. This dude's been through it, and the struggle only made his music hit harder. So, picture this. It's 2019, and out of nowhere, rumors start blowing up online saying that Avant, the king of smooth R&B songs, had just 6 months to live. Word on the street was that he had lupus, and fans everywhere were shook, thinking their favorite singer was about to be taken out. Social media was flooded with RIP messages and people paying tribute like he was already gone. It didn't take long before that rumor spread like wildfire, with fans worldwide left in disbelief, thinking Avant was fighting his last battle. Avant kept quiet through all this. No statements, no Instagram posts, nothing. That silence had people worried, thinking maybe it was true. But here's the thing about Avant. He's always been private, never one to put his personal life out there, even when things got real rough. So while fans were panicking, Avant stayed quiet and let folks think what they wanted. But before we get into what really happened, let's take it back to where it all began. From growing up in Cleveland, making a name in R&B, and finally to the health scare that shook him to his core. Alright, so let's get real about Avant's come up. Myron Lavelle Avant, yeah, that's his full name, was born on April 26, 1978, right in the heart of Cleveland, Ohio. Growing up on the corner of 110th Street and Woodland Avenue, he wasn't handed any silver spoons. His mom, Alberta, held it down as a single mom working at the phone company. With 5 other siblings in the house, things weren't always easy. But Alberta? She made sure the whole family was deep in that old school R&B. She had Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, and the OJs blasting around the house, and those smooth, soulful sounds got into Avant's bones.
My mom used to send me down there to watch them rehearse, and they would sweat, and they would sing. And after they left, I had to wipe up the sweat. But I would smell the music game, and I would feel the music game, you know.
His mom had him singing in the church choir over at Union Hill Baptist, giving him his first taste of the spotlight. And trust, he was good. Real good. As he got older, Avant started stepping into local talent shows, letting that voice of his speak for itself. All that gospel and R&B he soaked up at home, and church kept his dream alive, even when life got rough.
Really over, baby, 'cause you did me wrong.
But with all that fire inside him, the road to success still had a lot of bumps. Cleveland might have shaped him, but Avant had to go way beyond his hometown to make his mark. So Avant wasn't just some dude who popped up out of nowhere. Nah, he worked for his shot. After grinding it out on the local talent show scene in Cleveland, he caught a major break when he recorded his single Separated. That song was real. Like anyone who's been through a messy breakup could feel every lyric.
Every time I see you, I get a bad vibe.
Once Chicago's WGCI radio station put it on rotation, listeners went crazy for it. Avant's smooth, soulful voice and raw lyrics got him noticed, eventually leading him to a record deal with Magic Johnson's label. Yeah, that Magic Johnson. In May 2000, Avant dropped his debut album, My Thoughts, and let me tell you, it was all about those love and heartbreak vibes. Songs like Separated hit hard, and My First Love, with Kiki Wyatt, just added fuel to the fire.
Silhouette of a perfect frame.
People could feel his pain, his passion, and his stories. It was like he was singing straight to them. The album didn't just do well, it went platinum, putting Avant on the map as one of the freshest voices in R&B at the time. But with fame comes pressure, and the music game ain't always sweet. Avant's ride was about to get bumpy, and his health would soon take center stage. Avant's journey in the music industry wasn't always smooth. The man put in work, but dealing with record labels, that's a whole different struggle. When he signed with MCA Records, he thought he'd made it. But MCA didn't always have Avant's back. They were picky about what they thought would be hits, and Avant even had to go rogue, leaking his single, Making Good Love, to radio stations just to prove that his fans wanted to hear his music. The success of that track pushed MCA to finally release his second album, Ecstasy. But the fight to get his music heard wore on his creative energy. After MCA merged into Geffen Records, things got shaky again. New management didn't exactly roll out the red carpet for him. Avant had to prove himself all over again.
I think that's the state we are right now in R&B. You need to have more writers that want to be different than everybody sounding the same. Because I think that's what we're running into right now. You don't know who this artist is because he sounds just like this artist, and this artist sounds just like this artist. So you don't have that difference going on. So
Geffen dropped him after Director didn't perform as well as they hoped, even though the album still held its own on the charts. Imagine putting your soul into your music and having to leak it just to get noticed. Do you think Avant was smart for going behind his label's back? But while Avant was battling industry politics, he had no idea his biggest fight would be with his own health. So back to 2019, when everyone was bracing themselves for the tragic news, Avant's management came through, shutting down the rumors and confirming that Avant wasn't dying. Those rumors were just that, rumors. But man, it showed just how fragile public perception can be. Now, let's talk about what was really going on. Avant did have some real health struggles, but it wasn't exactly lupus. And he sure didn't have just 6 months to live. To get his health back on track, Avant took things seriously. He overhauled his lifestyle, went vegan, and started taking care of himself like never before. That clean diet and commitment helped him turn things around, giving him more energy and strength to keep going, both in life and music. Those health battles, they weren't just a small scare. They made him think deep, and you can feel that shift in his newer music. He started focusing on what mattered, making every song feel like a part of his legacy. Imagine the whole world thinking you're on the verge of death. How would you handle it? Would you stay silent like Avant? But here's the thing. Avant didn't let this scare end him. He came back, putting his health first and letting his music speak even louder. And that comeback was just the start of a stronger, wiser Avant.
Loving you.
Right. So after all the ups and downs, Avant was ready to get back in the game and do it right. He'd been through the battles from label drama to health scares. But in 2020, he hit us with that real talk again, dropping Can We Fall in Love? This album ain't just some love songs. Nah, it's Avant putting his heart on the table, reflecting on everything he'd been through. This man is talking about life, love, and everything in between, giving fans that OG R&B feel with lessons only real struggle can teach.
Taking furniture outside and then you all pull up to my door.
Not Gone Lose became his anthem, like he was telling the world, I'm still here and I'm not going anywhere.
'Cause I don't wanna lose.
Ain't no young R&B heads got that type of story to tell, you feel me? This wasn't about topping charts, no more. This was Avant bringing back music for the soul. But Avant wasn't just on the comeback vibe. He was all about giving back to the people and making a difference. Avant ain't just singing slow jams for the ladies. He's out here using his platform to make a real difference. Straight up. Through projects like the Entertainment Fund Philanthropy Project, Avant's doing more than putting on for himself. He's putting on for kids in underprivileged communities, both here and in Africa. This man knows what it's like to hustle, so he's out here making sure these young folks have a shot, raising money, and putting attention where it's needed. He's been big on supporting arts and music education with the Grammy Foundation too. It's like he's making sure the culture stays alive, helping these kids find purpose and keeping music alive for the next generation. Avant don't just talk about it, he's been about it. Lifting up the hood, showing love, and proving it ain't just about fame. Avant's journey reminds us that real success isn't just about fame. It's about pushing through, finding purpose, and keeping connected to what matters most. His journey proves that no matter how hard life hits, you can keep bouncing back. If you're all about hearing the untold stories behind music's biggest names, Hit that subscribe button and get ready for more inspiring journeys coming your way.
Oh, baby, funny how things have changed in my life.